In 2024, Supermicro Computer, once a darling of the tech industry, faced a whirlwind of accusations that brought its meteoric rise to a screeching halt. What could have been another banner year for the $35 billion Silicon Valley company quickly unraveled when Hindenburg Research, a notorious short seller, accused the firm of accounting manipulation, undisclosed related party transactions, and sanctions evasion. So what exactly went wrong for this server manufacturing giant? Let's take a deep dive into the company's dramatic fall from grace. A stellar start with AI and servers. Supermicro had it all going for them. Founded in 1993, the company made its mark by providing high-performance servers, particularly for AI-driven applications and cloud computing. Their competitive edge lay in their ability to deliver specialized servers at scale, often quicker and cheaper than their larger competitors like Dell and Hewlett-Packard. By the end of 2023, it had become a prominent player in the AI server market, even securing a close relationship with NVIDIA, a big name in AI chip manufacturing. Supermicro's growth was also bolstered by increased demand for AI infrastructure across sectors such as cloud computing, 5G, and edge computing. The company's stock skyrocketed, increasing over 16-fold since 2021. Supermicro was even added to the S&P 500 in March 2024 and the Nasdaq 100 in July 2024, cementing its place as a tech giant. But as they say, the higher you fly, the harder you fall. The company's aggressive growth came at a cost, with mounting allegations of cutting corners and unethical practices beginning to surface. The Hindenburg Report, a bombshell in Silicon Valley. On August 27, 2024, Hindenburg Research released a scathing report that sent shockwaves through the tech and financial communities. The report accused Supermicro of engaging in widespread accounting fraud, artificially inflating earnings, and conducting shady related party transactions. Hindenburg's report wasn't just based on speculation. It included a 3-month investigation, with interviews from former employees and industry insiders. The report suggested that Supermicro's bookkeeping issues had persisted for years, even after the company settled charges with the SEC for accounting violations in 2020. The fact that these red flags continued post-SEC fines raised eyebrows in both financial and tech circles. The report painted a picture of a company that had never fully cleaned house and continued to engage in risky financial practices. This was the equivalent of Silicon Valley's soap opera: nepotism, fraudulent financial practices, and a secretive family-run business empire that would make even the most dramatic telenovelists blush. Investors were rattled, and the firm's once pristine image was tarnished overnight. Undisclosed family ties and shady deals. One of the most eyebrow-raising claims in the report was that Supermicro had deeply intertwined business relationships with companies owned by CEO Charles Liang's relatives, Ablicom and Compuware, both of which exported over 99% of their products back to Supermicro, were controlled by Liang's brothers. This tight-knit web of family businesses raised questions about transparency and governance. Hindenburg's report pointed out that these business ties were not fully disclosed in financial reports, violating securities laws and creating a massive conflict of interest. Moreover, the circular business transactions between these companies and Supermicro inflated revenues and masked potential losses. Liang's involvement in these companies, combined with the lack of disclosure, cast serious doubts on the integrity of Supermicro's leadership. Nepotism much? It seems like a family affair at Supermicro went far beyond Thanksgiving dinners. These practices only added fuel to the fire, raising questions about how long such shady deals had been ongoing. Channel stuffing and dark warehouses, a recipe for fraud. The report also shed light on more alarming practices like channel stuffing, a tactic where the company allegedly shipped products to distributors to inflate its quarterly sales numbers, only to retrieve them later. This practice is particularly harmful to investors who rely on accurate financial data to make decisions. Former employees claimed that Supermicro pressured its sales teams to meet unrealistic quotas by engaging in partial shipments or shipping defective products just to meet sales targets. Employees were even aware of dark warehouses where products were temporarily stored to create the illusion of higher sales. This tactic distorted Supermicro's financial health, misleading both investors and market analysts who were bullish on the company's growth trajectory. This clever manipulation might have impressed some accountants, but it certainly didn't fool Hindenburg. Investors, meanwhile, were left reeling as they tried to assess the true financial condition of the company. Sanctions? What sanctions? Supermicro's alleged transgressions extended beyond shady financial practices. The company reportedly violated U.S. sanctions by selling products to Russia after the invasion of Ukraine. According to Hindenburg, Supermicro used shell companies based in Turkey to covertly supply high-tech components to long-standing Russian customers, including those linked to the Russian state. These actions not only violated U.S. law, but also put the company at risk of further government sanctions, potentially crippling its international business operations. Since these components were often dual-use technologies, they had the potential for military applications, making the situation even more precarious for Supermicro. This violation of export laws added yet another layer to the firm's growing list of troubles. With every new accusation, Supermicro found itself sinking deeper into scandal. Stock plunge, from the pinnacle to the pit. The aftermath of the report was brutal. Supermicro's stock took a nosedive, plummeting 21% between August 26 and August 28, 2024, dropping from a peak of $562.51 per share to $443.49. This dramatic drop wiped billions off the company's market capitalization and caused panic among investors who had, until that point, believed Supermicro to be a solid investment. The stock continued to fluctuate in the following weeks as more revelations surfaced, further damaging investor confidence. For a company that had once prided itself on being at the forefront of AI and server technology, this fall from grace was swift and severe. Investors, once optimistic about the company's future, were left grappling with uncertainty. Those who had put their faith and money into Supermicro were now left wondering whether the firm had misled them all along. Legal trouble, class action lawsuits galore. The financial fallout didn't stop with the stock price. Shortly after the Hindenburg report went public, multiple class action lawsuits were filed against Supermicro, accusing the company of securities fraud. Investors who had suffered significant losses were quick to take legal action, adding another headache to Supermicro's growing list of problems. As of September 2024, investors were still scrambling to join these lawsuits, with some estimating that the legal battles could drag on for years. The lawsuits claimed that Supermicro had violated Sections 10 and 20A of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934, which prohibit fraudulent activities in the securities markets. If these lawsuits are successful, they could result in massive financial penalties for Supermicro, further crippling its ability to recover. In response, the company attempted to delay the release of its annual report, only heightening suspicions. Legal experts predict a long and costly road ahead for Supermicro, which could drain its financial resources and further damage its reputation. Supermicro's denial. Damage control or smoke and mirrors? As the storm of accusations grew stronger, Supermicro's CEO, Charles Liang, broke the company's silence. In a letter to investors and customers, Liang vehemently denied the allegations, claiming that the Hindenburg report was full of false and misleading information. According to Liang, the firm's financials were in good standing, and the accusations were nothing more than an attempt to tank the company's stock. Liang's statement attempted to reassure stakeholders by emphasizing the company's ongoing commitment to ethical business practices. However, the damage had already been done, and many investors remained unconvinced. Could this be genuine damage control or just smoke and mirrors? While this may have calmed some nerves, others were left skeptical. After all, how could so many issues arise without any of them being true? The jury was still out on whether Liang's defense would hold water. The impact on tech giants. The fallout from the Hindenburg report didn't just affect Supermicro. It rippled through its business relationships. Major clients like Tesla and DigitalOcean reportedly shifted their business to competitors like Dell due to concerns over Supermicro's reliability. Tesla, in particular, was a major blow, as the company had been a key customer in Supermicro's AI server business. Losing such high-profile customers not only hurt Supermicro's bottom line, but also signaled to the broader tech community that the company's troubles ran deeper than initially thought. This, coupled with rising competition in the AI server market from giants like Hewlett-Packard, further eroded Supermicro's market position. With competitors like Dell offering more reliable and transparent business dealings, Supermicro was left struggling to maintain its foothold in a rapidly evolving market. Thanks for tuning in to today's deep dive on the rise and fall of Supermicro. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Got thoughts or questions about Supermicro? Drop them in the comments below and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching and see you next time.